Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
He's Haggai Davis, host of Tech Gumbo, which you will find right here Saturdays and Sundays at 4 and anywhere you get your podcasts. Um, this one's going to be in our next segment because there's going to be a bumper for it.
Fair enough.
All right. We've got a lot to talk about in a cup of Tech Gumbo this week, and there were, 19 or 20 SpaceX stories.
So, to let everybody know, when we're doing our show between me and my son, who we host the show together, we read a lot of these trade journals and websites and everything. And so we find a whole bunch of different articles, and I copy them and put all the text of the articles into a Word document.
Mm-hmm.
And it's usually about 20 to 25 pages worth of articles.
Yes.
But there was just so much information this week. It was, I think, 40 or 41 pages total.
It was 40.
And because there's just so much going on right now, it a plethora of things to talk about.
SpaceX.
Yes.
Where I want to start.
Okay.
Starlink dish. The dishes are going to be about the size of a laptop. This is big news, but small news.
Yes. So they're going to reduce them down to a little bit bigger than the size of a sheet of paper if you want to drop $2,500. Now, if you still want the 2x2 dish, that's only $600. You can still get that one, but if you want the smaller profile dish, then you can do that.
Okay, so as a child of the '80s, I have to go back to when satellite dishes in a yard were that gigantic white bowl.
Oh yeah,
I mean that huge white bowl with the one arm that came across, and you used to. Okay, what's the statute of limitations on doing crazy stuff, like stupid stuff as a kid?
I think you're clear here.
Okay, you used to throw footballs at it. You throw the football. If you hit in the middle of the dish, you were doing okay. You practice sprint outs, a little waggle pass going on. If the football's landing in the dish, you're winning.
We throw
whoever hit the most in a row.
We'd crumple aluminum foil and throw it in there.
And I'm not talking about 10 yards away. I'm talking like 40.
No. Oh well, we would just go screw with people by crumpling up aluminum foil and put it inside the dish to see if it would scramble the signal.
Oh, did it?
I think so. I think people would. The foil didn't stay long. Let's put it that way.
Okay. So the size of a laptop, but when you look at let's say in comparison to a DirecTV dish, which way smaller than the old school big white bowl, looked like somebody took Tony Campos and flipped him upside down. Remember the Tony Campos? No, that's the New Orleans thing. Anyway,
I remember Tony Campos.
Okay. A laptop.
You're talking 12 inch by 10 inch dish,
right?
And so it's going to be great. It's going to be a lot more expensive, but you're going to be able to get them. There's availability, and Starlink has also now said that you can use their services anywhere west of the Mississippi. They haven't opened up all of all the whole U.S. though.
And along with those services, you know what? I'm looking up at the clock. This is where we're going to push pause because Starlink flight test. What's it like using SpaceX's broadband for in-flight Wi-Fi? We're going to get into that and a couple of other topics when we come back. He's Haggai Davis. We do a cup of Tech Gumbo at normally we'd be starting it right after the news. So let's get you the news. ABC will have the latest on Donald Trump's indictment. Our local news, traffic, weather. We will continue here right after that. Don't forget next hour previewing the legislative session with Stephen Procopio from PAR. But right now, here's ABC News. It's a good question. We've all been talking. Donald Trump said 2 weeks ago I'm going to get arrested. I'm going to get arrested. And now we're shocked that it's happening? I don't know. It's like when an old person dies and you knew they were dying for months and it's still kind of like, remember Fletch? Mm-hmm. The very end. Right when he went, we were all, he's been dying for years. Now, no, the end. He had cancer. No, the very end, like the last end. That was surprising.
The finality of it.
Hey, Yes, exactly. Exactly. That was a horrible motorcycle accident. The bumper coming back in after Your Money Now. After Your Money Now, not next. Your Money Now. I want. You know what I want. No, you don't. We do that in the last segment, just for continuity of topic.
Sure. Anything for a bit.
Yes,
This is entertainment after all.
it is supposed to be. We try our best.
Yeah.
Oh, saw the headline this morning. Get ready for Captain Phillips 2.0. Several members of a 16-man crew on a Liberia-flagged tanker are being held hostage by pirates who boarded the ship in West Africa's Gulf of Guinea last week.
What?
The Danish shipper that owns the vessel said that this morning. Pirates boarded the Manjasa Reformer southwest of Port Pointe Noire, Congo.
You know, I
Pointe
kinda like
Noire?
the fact that we
That's
still
French
have
for
pirates.
black spot. What? Do you?
Yeah, because we don't have like
No, but we don't have like Johnny Depp pirates, okay? This is
like it's old school. It's old school. We don't have anything crazy like that anymore. You know? We don't just have like the Visigoths running around
It's
ransacking.
interesting because, like on Google News' World tab,
yeah.
no mention of it.
The pirate?
No mention. I'm just scrolling down.
Am I? Out of Copenhagen, Denmark. I mean, did Denmark really have to name a city after a dip?
For Pistorius, eligible for parole.
Really?
Yeah,
That was fast.
10 years.
Oh, you know what? Let's hang on a second. We got to give away Zippity Zoo Fest tickets today, and I kind of want to give it away to people who are going to share the Facebook Live. So,
Was Zippity Zoo?
right? They got the pygmy hippo going.
You
Yeah.
got a hippie?
They got a hippo.
It's an
There's a
hippie.
pygmy hippo.
I
There's going to be.
think it's a pygmy.
So, didn't Corey say on Wednesday it's going to be today when they do the
The
ribbon cutting or whatever? Yeah, yeah.
I think so.
Man, I need to be there. Video of a pygmy hippo swimming underwater will kind of go viral.
You know, it'd be great on radio.
No. We don't work in radio. We use radio as a catalyst for social.
I know it's Guarantee Media, not Guarantee Radio.
Yes. That right there. Yes, tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
NYPD tells every member to show up in uniform Friday morning after Trump indictment. Okay,
Even the one in the Village people?
okay, bro. Like you're definitely doing this on purpose. You know, like
No, I don't think anything's going to happen. There's going to be some tiny rallies and whatnot. Because if you're going to rally, you did it when Trump said, like, there was a rally when he said he was going to be arrested, and like 30 people got together on the Capitol steps and said, "We're here, we're Trump."
free Trump till it's backwards.
I know, but they were all like pound sign free Trump.
Pound sign free Trump.
But are there enough Trump supporters in New York City to actually matter?
So just off of general numbers, you kind of have to think there will be, but that's a good question.
There's
Well, but
12
I'm
million
thinking,
people
like-
in the area, so probably
Hang on. Yeah, no, I'm with you. Just it's not exactly a bastion of conservatism. Time to get a look at your forecast. Here is WBRZ meteorologist Marissa Nuzzo.
The you knew that was gonna happen if you indicted him.
Right.
And then so you're like, everybody show up in uniform Friday morning. Like you knew.
So why drop the indictment on Thursday is a problem I have.
They want the weekend to be,
Then drop it on Friday.
Right. Friday after
That's
lunch.
that's your take out the garbage time is Friday after lunch, and I know that that gap is not as wide now with the internet, but people have a certain amount of dialing out on the weekends. One would hope. One would hope. You know, a lot of us do have lives. Well, I don't have a life. I have 3 kids. .637 Talk 107.3 FM WBRP. Mornings with Brian Haldane rolling right along. Cup of Tech Gumbo rolling right along. We're doing the Starlink squeeze here as we take all the Starlink stories that have been building up and kind of jamming them into 1 or 2 segments. Haggai, let's get back into it and let's talk about in-flight Wi-Fi.
So there's one of the airlines, one of the regional carriers that flies out of the DFW airport is going to begin testing the Starlink Wi-Fi internet access so that in the early trials where you're getting close to 100 megabits of throughput down and 10 megabits up, which is really good when you consider the the in-flight now, the not Boingo Go or what, Go whatever it is, where you get 4 megs of throughput kind of thing, where you can barely pull down a couple of emails. It's supposed to be pretty fast and enough to where you can actually stream a movie.
Okay, so January, Washington Mardi Gras, last time I flew Southwest, and they offer the free Wi-Fi as well. I watched The Joker, like with no problem.
Okay, good.
No problem. So do they have catching up to do, or is Southwest some kind of secret sauce that the rest of the airlines don't have?
I'm not familiar with Southwest in there, but most in-flight Wi-Fi's have not been all that good up to this point, is my understanding. From the planes I've flown on. You can search email, and maybe go to a couple of websites, but very minimal. So I guess maybe Southwest is opened it up a little bit. That's cool. But yes, this is supposed to be a whole lot faster bandwidth when you're doing the Starlink.
Side note, Joker was overrated. Yeah, I said it. Come at me. I don't care. No. It's all you want.
Nice touch, Alon.
The ending was solid. There was just too much. Felt like something was happening when nothing was happening the whole way through. That's neither here nor there.
One day I'll watch it.
Yeah. No, you won't. Are you kidding?
At this point, no.
So it's in the case of JSX, they're offering the free Starlink Wi-Fi. The potential to ramp up. How quickly will this ramp up?
Oh, this could go big real fast. I mean, they showed that it works, and people are really happy with it. Every other airline is going to jump all over because it's a copycat world, and you've got something that makes people happy, and they're going to choose your airline versus somebody else doing the same flight, same route, and why wouldn't you? I mean, because everyone wants internet nowadays. You don't want to sit on a plane just looking at the back of the seat in front of you. You want to bring your laptop. You want to do things that you would normally do with your computer or your phone.
So, I don't, you don't want to waste the time, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
But if you could knock out 3 hours of work on a flight, you'll knock out 3 hours of work on a flight. You can't exactly. I would love to push back and say, I would like the opportunity to detach. You're not detaching from anything. You're not detaching from anything.
We don't do that anymore.
No. But even if we did, you still wouldn't be doing it on a plane because you can't, you're jammed up with a whole bunch of people. It's not like you've got elbow room.
You don't have multiple screens going there like you do at your desk. You don't have. I mean, you can work on a spreadsheet, no problem. You can work on multiple spreadsheets, but you're flipping between the single screen in front of you. I mean, that's I've done that many times. And when you're trying to get caught up on something, you've been at a conference and you're trying to type in your notes for everything. Those are those are important times to do things, as opposed to when you get back and then all of a sudden the rat race of your normal life just kicks into high gear. And oh shit, I was supposed to have typed in all of my notes.
Mm-hmm.
I was supposed to, because I got to give this report to my boss of what I saw. Ooh,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. So why waste the time?
exactly.
How are they doing it differently?
Well, the 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 receptors that are bringing in the internet, they're bringing straight down from the satellites, as opposed to having to grab a signal up from the ground, and it's just a faster throughput.
Okay. Okay. So it's not that they're doing it different; they're just doing it better.
Yeah.
Okay. One more from Starlink, and this is going to lean into doing it better as well. The rival OneWeb now has enough satellite capacity for global broadband as well.
Yes. So right now, Starlink has a little over 3,000 of their own satellites spinning around, on the way to 12,000 by the end of next year.
Mm-hmm.
This OneWeb, based out of the UK, they already have over 600 dishes of their own, but they're going after a different market. They're not trying to go after the consumers. They're going after businesses and governments that need remote internet access. So if you're on an island somewhere, or if you're in a remote part of the country that doesn't have good bandwidth or any kind of bandwidth, that's the client that they're going after. More money.
Well, isn't there a push throughout America to get this done? Does this tie in with what Vineeth Iyengar is trying to do throughout Louisiana?
Yes.
Okay.
And but they're more focused on the business market, not on the consumers. Whereas SpaceX is just looking for anybody who wants internet access, individual consumer, traveler, or business. They're come on, come all.
Yeah.
The OneWeb, they're not really going after the consumer market. They're going to have much higher rates.
Last thing before we hit our next break, and when we come back, we'll talk about World Backup Day, and we'll also talk about a little something that Amazon is doing that I read the story twice, Haggai. I don't get it. We'll get into that in our next segment. Right now, but before we get to our break in these last 2 minutes, Nokia, haven't heard that name in a while, Nokia is sending 4G internet to the moon.
Yes. So if you're roaming on the moon and you need to call home, you'll be able to flip out your phone and connect. So yeah, Nokia, for those of you who don't know, they still make cell phone equipment, but not cell phones.
Right.
They make the cell sites.
That brick, that little Nokia brick back in the day.
Those were good phones, and but NASA is, when they get up there with Artemis on the moon and have that space station on the moon, you get in a little moon bug and you go tootling around all over the moon.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to need to be able to communicate.
Yeah.
And so instead of having a satellite buzzing around that you're going to bounce off the satellite to communicate, now you're going to have 4G cellular.
Okay, so way back when they faked the moon landing, how did they communicate then?
They didn't go far enough away from the command capsule.
Okay.
And so they could talk to back to that way.
Are we really to the point with moon colonization where we need this?
Apparently we are. And I mean, if they're going to send up a cell site that can handle all of the radiation and everything that happens up there in space,
mm-hmm.
They think we need it, so I guess we do.
My favorite part of this story, Nokia, working alongside Lunar Outpost and Intuitive Machines, created the 4G technology, which is designed to withstand those harsh conditions in space that you just talked about. But I love that there's 3 real companies that are working together on this. Like, these people are real.
Oh, yeah. So, hey, we're coming out of the crater right now. We'll be back at the station in 20 minutes. Go ahead and start dinner. I mean,
right?
I guess that's what you need that for. Hey, can you look up something for me real quick? I'm lost. How do we get back? Pull up Google Maps and tell me how to get back.
In 500 feet, turn left at the crater. In 250 feet, turn left at the crater. Lunar Outpost. I'm getting to learn about these companies. Somebody decided, I'm going to name my company Lunar Outpost, and we're going to have real life things that we're going to do.
there are lots
This
of companies
is where
that
we
are,
are.
yeah, there's companies out there that are trying their best to make equipment for the moon.
And if I walk out of my bedroom into the hallway, my call drops anyway. Like, there's going to be better coverage on the moon than there's going to be in my house.
4G, baby.
Yeah. Can we take it off the moon and just put it on the Bonacary spillway? It's a modest proposal. That's all I'm asking. He's Haggai Davis. We do a cup of tech gumbo about this time every week. Let's take a break. We'll check your money now. Coming back next. Hey, kill the mics for one quick second. So we'll start with backup day. What did I do with that article? Corn bomb. I don't know what I did with it.
Byron, that's a good line. The first call will be to extend the lunar buggy's warranty.
That's funny.
Yeah. I wish now that we've already recorded the segment, I wish we could go back and drop that line in.
It would be.
And then what's that TRICARE? They're like screaming.
TRICARE. No, wait, that's not screaming. That's Batman.
Well, the girl that's like, I took it to
Oh, that one. Yeah. Kill the mics again, please. Lunar Outpost, enabling humanity's next leap. AI powered systems, rapid and reliable. We are the next leap. Look at what Lunar Outpost does. Yeah. All right. Let's see. How many shares? Is it to be shared the Facebook Live this morning? Do 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 do. Let's go. Next 5 people to share the Facebook Live win 4 tickets to Zippity Zoo Fest. I'll grab the names after the show, or I'll grab the names as I see them come across, and put your tickets in an envelope. Name on the envelope. Envelope at the front desk. You can collect from our director of first impressions, Miss Judy.
Mama Jag.
Mama Jag.
Or Lady Jag, I guess.
I didn't see that email until like much later on, and it was like, "Thanks everybody for coming." I'm like, "What the hell?" Mm. Yeah, all right. They all right. They all right. All right, Renee's in. Renee's the first one to get a 4-pack of tickets.
Yeah.
How about that?
Go, Renee.
Who is you playing with? Back that thing up. That song is dedicated to today.
That's right.
6:52 at Talk 107.3 FM, WBRP, 68 degrees in downtown Baton Rouge. It is World Backup Day. And I don't think anybody realized that from the 1999 to 2000, Juvenile was rapping about his computer the entire time.
Who knew?
We all thought there was a lot more going on there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a techie.
He is. He was out in front back when we still had dial-up. He was had backed that thing up. Every dance floor of every wedding I've DJ'd for the last 25 years. That song right there, oh, forget it. It's packed. You're not going to find room on the dance floor. World Backup Day is today.
That's right.
Why should I back that thing up?
You want to protect your data. We've said it for many, many years now. 3 copies. There are 3 different formats. Have your data on your computer, have it off-site, have it in the cloud, somewhere that, if you want to back your data up on a local hard drive as well, that's fine. But put it in the cloud so that when your computer gets corrupted, when your computer dies, it's not a matter of if anymore. Your computer will die at some point.
Okay.
Have your data protected. If you get malware, if you get ransomware, any of those types of things that is going to corrupt your files, have a copy of your data stored somewhere nice and safe, put it in OneDrive or Google Drive or something like that. And it's just the right thing to do with data. This is 2023, not 1993.
Yes. So that's for your computer. Let's talk about your phone as well.
iCloud, or the Android.
I don't want
cloud.
to pay more. How do I do that? Every day, my phone is supposed to do an automatic backup. Every day, I get an alert from my phone saying I don't have enough storage to do a backup, which makes no sense because I've directed it to the cloud already for like photos and videos and stuff like that. And then my phone tells me you can get more room by buying it.
Move your pictures off of your phone onto your computer.
Okay.
And that will free up a lot of space. All the videos that you have on your phone that you've taken with your camera of James and his amazing attitude
right
on things. Move those videos off of your phone, and that will free up the space, and you won't get those annoying reminders, hey, you're out of space on your phone.
Today is World Backup Day. Couple of statistics for you. 21% of people have never made a backup. Did not know that. 113 phones are lost or stolen every minute. Most of them were recovered at an Airbnb in Tangipahoa Parish, though. 29% of data loss cases are caused by accident. That's an important stat to note. Because you can say, oh, look, I nobody's stealing my phone. I take good care of my phone. I take good care of my laptop. The accidents you can't stop.
Pour a cup of coffee under the keyboard of your laptop, and it's gone.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, right. Nuggets don't cover the number. You throw your phone at the wall, it's gone. Accidents happen. 30% of all computers are already infected with malware. That's an even bigger one.
Yep. It's probably a low number.
You think?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, back that thing up. That's the moral of the story. I want to make sure we have time for this. Amazon opens its low bandwidth, long range.
Before we get to Amazon, do you want to mention Gordon Moore?
Oh my goodness, yes, thank you. Yeah, go ahead.
Gordon Moore died this week, and it's a big thing. He was the co-founder of Intel,
mm-hmm.
the guy who helped design all of the computer chips that we use. If Gordon Moore doesn't do what he did, we don't have computers, we don't have smartphones, we don't have TVs the way we do nowadays, we don't have anything. This guy was so amazing. He was 94 years old, and in 1975 he wrote a paper saying that the number of transistors on a processor would double every 2 years, and he was right for 40 plus years. And right around 2020 it stopped being able to. We just can't make transistors that much smaller anymore.
Okay.
But one processor in 1975 was $150, or one transistor for a processor was $150. Now you can buy 100,000 transistors for less than a penny per processor. That's how many transistors are on processors now. And it's just amazing. He was an amazing guy, really brilliant engineer, and just got to stop and say, thank you, Mr. Moore.
Okay. All right. Well done. Amazon Sidewalk. What is it? Why is it awful? How do I opt out?
This is the scary thing. Amazon, if you don't know it already, if you have the Amazon Alexa device or the Ring device on your house, you have already been opted into the Amazon Sidewalk, which the Sidewalk is a low band frequency. It's in the 900 megahertz spectrum. It extends the signal out from your house so that if, let's say, you have the Amazon Alexa and your neighbor has an Amazon Alexa, and then neighbor on the other side, and you got 5 or 6 houses all with the Alexa, they're now meshed together.
What?
And so if you have a tile or a dog tracker device from Amazon and your dog gets out and it's 4 houses down, the Alexa can tell you that, hey, Fido is 4 houses down and should be in your yard. This is a scary thing because they're getting into your network.
Yeah.
If your because your Alexa connects to your Wi-Fi, and Amazon says, oh, but it's all encrypted and secure, which is just not the thing to say. You can very easily opt out, and I would encourage you, get on your phone, on the Alexa app, go to the settings, and go opt out of this. If you have a Ring device, you have to go into the settings of your Ring on your app and opt out. Do not let Amazon push this sidewalk into, because it's already there. If you have these devices, you have to. If they would have said, "Hey, if you want it, you can turn it on," maybe I'm okay with this. But the fact that they just shoved this garbage out and didn't tell anybody.
So, and that's where my other question comes up, and I tend to get conspiratorial when we walk down these paths. What's the end game here? Why is this so constant with the shove down of data from inside my house?
That's Alexa's. That's Amazon's game. It's data. It's all about collecting more and more data, so they know how to better sell ads.
Well,
so you'll buy more stuff.
yeah.
And it's just it's a frightening thing. Get out of it.
He is Haggai Davis, host of Tech Gumbo, which you'll catch Saturday and Sunday at 4 right here on Talk 107.3 FM. Of course, we do Cup of Tech Gumbo right here every Friday morning, and you can get the full show wherever you get your podcasts on demand. We did not have enough time to talk about unsubscribing from catalogs and stopped junk mail. We might have to get into that another week.
It doesn't really work.
That was where I was going with it. Okay. Then we did get to it.
Yeah.
All right. Back up your computers. Hour 2's coming your way next.